Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Let's go to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. I might have to activate some Holy Spirit because Matt decided to surprise me with a Buddy the Elf costume because, like Mariah Carey, he has defrosted from his hibernation and is now celebrating Christmas. Mariah Carey, I don't know what the heck you're doing today on November 5th, the date of this podcast release. However, we hope it's a banger like All I Want for Christmas Is You, which should be played after December 1st. Matt, how are you today?
You're a Grinch. No.
I'm having a beer because you literally caught me, you surprised me with the Buddy the Elf costume. So cheers to that, brother.
Mike, there's a better way to cope than alcohol, okay? The first step is a problem.
Sorry, I just really wanted a beer for this podcast recording. I did not, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not.
No, he's not. I can confirm.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's Mariah season, bitches. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm doing wonderful. This costume is not as high quality as I thought. I think it looks pretty decent though.
You had some pretty fire TikToks this weekend for Halloween.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. The little bunny, Bugs Bunny, couple costume was a vibe. It was awesome. It's funny. We kind of dressed up for the trick-or-treaters that we were going to get at her place. We had 5 trick-or-treaters and they all came at once. You
and Lola?
Yes.
Meaning his girlfriend.
Right. Correct. Yeah. No, April and I think it was a power move. I'm not going to lie. It was a good weekend. It was a chill weekend. This was like the first weekend we just got to like hang out like all weekend, which is cool.
And
but
Space
it was
Jam
just
costumes.
Yeah, and as bunnies. Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm happy for you, Matt.
How was your Halloween weekend?
I didn't actually dress up. I mean, I was joking around with my students saying that I was dressing up, I'm going to be for Halloween, depressed. So, I do love the TikToker who was like, I want to dress up as a burnt steak. So finally, somebody can finally say to me, well done.
Like, are you okay? Do we need to talk?
No, I'm feeling great. Speaking of the weekend, Jen and I, we went to the theater.
I saw that.
Yeah, we went to go see Death Trap. For those who have not seen it, I actually called it halfway through, not even halfway through the show, before intermission. It's literally a play within a play that it's really meta. Which, by the way, Facebook's new name is Meta. Facebook company is named Meta, not the actual Facebook app.
That's what they came up with.
Meta, META.
Really?
Yep.
Jesus.
Maybe we'll talk about it another time. But, dude, I kid you not, community theater is awesome. I think that was my first time at a community theater. With the respect of participating in high school theater, and obviously the college theater that is at my school. But it's cool. Like, it's a nonprofit. Like, they have a bar. They had a bar before we were able to go in. And we got there a half hour early. And they're like, oh, well, doors don't open until 7:30, but enjoy the bar. I'm like, there's a bar? But yeah, Jenna and I enjoyed it. We had some Mexican food before. The really nice place in her area. We were originally supposed to go to this barbecue place, which, Matt, looked fantastic. However, it was only takeout only. And we weren't planning on sitting in the car eating. Plus, it was raining, so a little challenging here or there. But yeah, I mean, it was good. It was a great time. Church too. We reconvened with some of our old friends that we usually do after church, and they were excited to see us. And we met some new people. We saw some of the same old people. Dick kept asking Jenna where was his meatloaf. Because it hasn't seen her in 3 weeks, hasn't seen us in 3 weeks, I should say. So, was very, it was just funny. It is just really funny. So, it was also a continuation from Jenna's birthday, actually, because Jenna's birthday was last Thursday of the previous episode. Happy belated birthday, Jenna.
Yep. Shout out, Jenna. Happy birthday. Belated.
Not accidentally, but I was supposed to deliver flowers to her at work, but it didn't come until Sunday, and there was mold on the flowers when she got them today at this time of this recording. So I called Pro Flowers. I said, the flowers are moldy. And they're like, oh, we'll just send you a new one tomorrow. I'm like, Sounds good with me. So Jenna got a new pair of flowers, that a new set of flowers at finally her apartment, because I know for a fact she's gonna be there tomorrow. So
we're having bad luck with flowers lately. I didn't talk about that on the podcast.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, so a while ago I went to send April flowers, and I paid extra for them to be delivered between 12 and 3. Okay, it's reasonable. Like, I was like, hey, like, I can't tell you why, but like, stay at the house between 12 and 3. She's like, okay, whatever. Like 2:30, I text her like, hey, happened to get anything at the house? He's like, no. I was like, well, what the hell? Like, I got an email this morning saying they're being prepared. 4:30. Hey, anything come? No. So then I go over there after work. Still nothing. I'm chilling in her room with her. And I get an email like 5:45 that says the flowers have been delivered. I'm like, well, no one rang the doorbell. Like, what's going on here? I go to take a walk. I walked around the entire house. No flowers. They were delivered to the wrong house.
Oh, no.
Yes. We found out when we went to leave for dinner, the neighbor came and dropped them off in the garage. Nice. Yes, that was nice. So she did end up getting the flowers. It's just when you pay extra for it to be delivered between a specific time, I would like for it to be there between that time.
You should have called them. They probably would have given you a discount.
I did send them a strongly worded email.
Strongly worded email.
Strongly worded. Yes.
Jenna appreciates when I throw on an accent for when I say theater. So she's like, really? We were just we weren't even at the theater more than 2 hours, and now you're calling it the theater? I'm like, of course I'm calling it the theater. And
you have to. You gotta add a little spice to it.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, I kept saying Giuseppe for no reason because we were watching Luca, which is the new show on Disney Plus. It's like the mermaid type, something for you to April to watch if you decide to watch it.
We have a list.
Yes, I bet. We're actually talking about an episode later on in the show, Matt, but I'm excited to report that I'm actually kind of, I don't want to say against something that Apple did, but so, you know, Apple released all these amazing products that I did not cover. Because it's a little bit more nerdy than it is just like, wow, like this is super beneficial. It's a lot of hardware stuff, but put in new items. But, you know, Matt, you would think that the new items such as like the HomePod Mini, the new MacBook Pros, you know, would be one of the top sellers. But Matt, it actually is not a top seller in the Apple lineup.
What I don't know what is.
So for $19, Matt, you can get a 6.3 by 6.3 inch cloth to wipe smudges and fingerprints off screens, also known as a microfiber cleaning cloth, for $19.
How much is a normal microfiber cloth?
So for this one I have here, it's the blue one.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, it's about like $6. I think I got this for like $4. And it works beautifully.
And they're charging $20 a pop.
$20 a pop.
I mean, hey, when you're Apple, you can really do whatever you want.
So this isn't the first time that Apple has, I can't even say price gouge. They just priced it. Like, you can't even call it a price gouge. Matt, do you remember the cheese grater computers that they released? They were called the Mac Pros. So they had a trash can at one point as the Mac Pro, and then the new Mac Pro looked like a cheese grater. So it had feet on the Mac Pro. You could add a set of wheels for it. Matt, the wheels cost $699 for the wheels. Yeah.
What?
$699 for 4 wheels.
Son of a nutcracker, that's a lot of money.
So, of course, has not been the first time that Apple has just randomly charged a ridiculous high amount of price for something so simple. But Matt, it has become very popular that shipment for U.S. shoppers has been delayed until January 11th at the earliest. So it's becoming a hot commodity.
Yeah, I mean, everything's kind of being delayed with shipping because of the boats that are just sitting out there. I mean, it's kind of crazy. So as people get your Christmas shopping done early, and actually, this is totally off topic. Might be a good year to do some in-person Christmas shopping. Maybe not as much online.
Shop local.
But yeah, I mean, it's a microfiber cloth. Like, just buy one you get one for $5. They do the same. They have. Is it any different from a regular microfiber cloth? Any of the three that you're holding?
So the difference between all three of these, gave a little bit of a description for this.
Does it just have an Apple logo?
It's the size of 2 stacked dollar bills. Is bold. Yeah, okay. It's stacked by. Yeah, it's the size of 2 stacked dollar bills. The only thing that is different compared to these two, these three I'm holding up, is it has an Apple logo on it. But Matt, before this new lineup of MacBook Pros, they actually gave you a microfiber cleaning cloth when you got a MacBook back in the day.
Well, that's kind of like how they used to give you a pair of headphones with phones. Mm-hmm. So that's just how they get you. At some point, they're going to realize, hey, we can charge for this.
So this was like circa 2013. It was a black. It really wasn't a good one, but it was a nice complimentary one. Had an Apple logo on it, so it was completely free. But some of the people from the New York Times were kind of discussing that, part of the reason why this is becoming a hot commodity is some people are paying $6,000 for their MacBook. Yeah, Matt, people are paying $6,000 for a laptop, which is maxed out to the boldest of bold. So basically, the thought process behind it is if they're paying $6,000, what's $19 going to do for it?
That's a fair point. I kind of agree with that. If you are paying $6,000, you can afford the $20 microfiber cloth. That's just smart business.
I can understand that business model. However, people are obviously freaking out by it. But the other thing to think about too is not how many people we know, but how many people are willing to have a new phone every single year, because Apple continuously rolls out a new phone every single year.
Yeah, I mean, some people just like having the latest and greatest stuff. Like it's a thing. I don't personally understand it. I think, especially phones, like, yeah, does your phone get a little slower maybe after a year? Yes. Is it necessary to get a new one every year? I don't know. I think that's the point of getting a phone, is you expect to have it for a few years. Like my plan, I can get a new phone every 2 years at like a discounted rate, which I think 2 years is appropriate time, because you do drop it once in a while and things like that. Like I could understand getting new cases, but I'm never a person that like I have to have the latest and greatest stuff. Like when my phone stops working or gets annoying to use, yeah, I'll get a new phone. Same with my laptop and anything like that.
I do have to say that the new MacBook Pro lineup is meant to be pro. Like it is certainly, I mean, I don't want to get all geeked out because no one will understand what I'm talking about, but it is a monster of a computer that if you actually work in the Apple ecosystem, like Final Cut Pro, I hate to say it, GarageBand, or like the Adobe products, like this laptop is meant for you, and you will never ever look back on it again, because it is just so fast that it's actually ridiculous. And
that part makes sense, but like the common person probably doesn't use all that stuff. Like I consider myself part of the common person in that sense. Like I just use a phone just for a phone, or my laptop, I don't do a whole lot of work off it, so I don't really need to have the latest and greatest, fastest thing. As long as my laptop connects to the internet, I'm good.
Says the guy who co-hosts the podcast.
Correct, but Zoom works. And
correct. I've been wanting to do that for the longest time.
That was a good timing.
So yeah, don't plan on getting a $19 Apple microfiber cleaning cloth. You could certainly get one. Advanced Auto Parts, man. This is where I got these, and that's
actually not a bad idea.
Wonders. Yes. Yeah. I mean, these are meant for glass. Like these are meant for you to clean the windows of your car, but it is even nicer to clean your laptop screens, your phone screens, your Apple Watch screens, the screen, anything with these things. It is so nice. It's so nice. So
they are the best.
Well, Matt, in addition to the theater, I want to see how many times I can say theater today, just so I can annoy Jenna. And she comes up to when she visits me this weekend. She goes, or maybe she won't after she hears this podcast.
That's true. She actually might just turn back around. Yeah, so be on the highway and be like, you know what? It's not worth it.
Nope, not at all. Matt, in addition to going out with Jenna and enjoying ourselves, Jenna had to do some work. So I was like, you know what? I said, I'm finally going to finish Squid Games. I finished Squid Games season 1. Apparently,
Yeah.
It might come out with season 2.
How much ink was in it?
There was more blood than ink. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Do you plan on watching Squid Games?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, April started it with her family.
Okay.
And she didn't really recommend it, but she also didn't hate it. I don't even know if they finished it, to be honest. I will probably not.
Okay. So, my thoughts. I thought it was okay. Really left you hanging in the last episode, but as I kept reading like critic reviews, like it's meant to set up for future seasons. Matt, it has become the most popular episode streamed on Netflix. It actually is it just beat Bridgerton in the most popular series on Netflix.
I thought this was a game show. How are there more seasons?
Yeah. So, oh God, I don't want to spoil it. So
you can just go ahead.
So to avoid, because I didn't actually put out a spoiler alert for anybody. Like we review like Too Hot to Handle or that, but it's more cult like with these games. Like you're brought into these games. The simple concept is they bring in people who have certain debts. So like, let's just say we would be totally eligible for Squid Games because of all the student loan debt that we're part of. So yeah, that's that. But with these games itself, it's like horse racing, but you're betting on people. So there's like these quote VIPs that are betting, and it's horse racing. It's betting on horse racing. But it's a little bit deeper within the episode there. So man, I finished Squid Games itself. Some other people have finished Squid Games, like LeBron James. LeBron was caught during an interview at the end with Anthony Davis, and saying that really didn't like it that much, wasn't a fan of it. But then the creator of the series Squid Games, Hwang Dong-hyuk, kind of came out with a statement, and the biggest statement was, "Have you seen Space Jam 2?"
Oh shit! It's like the scene from 21 Jump Street. Oh shit! Wow, he just dropped the hammer on him.
911, I would like to report a murder.
Wow, that came right through his throat on that one. Good for him.
So Hyuk kind of expand more onto the quote. LeBron James is cool and can say what he wants. I respect that. I'm very thankful he watched the whole series. But I wouldn't change my ending. That's my ending. If he has his own ending that would satisfy him, maybe he could make his own sequel. I'll check it out and maybe send him a message saying, I liked your whole show except the ending.
Yeah, that's funny. LeBron didn't like the ending of Squid Games. I bet he didn't like the ending of the 5 NBA Finals that he lost. Yep, got him.
So it has become an interesting conversation. So James actually said, yeah, I didn't like the ending. He said, I know it's supposed to start off season 2, but get on that effing flight and see your daughter. What are you doing? So the way that happened. Yeah, go ahead.
I never understand when people like get actually mad on like cliffhangers. Like you will find out eventually. Like they make cliffhangers to make sure you come back for the next season. Like this has happened for years, and I don't understand when people get like mad. I understand if like they end the series on a cliffhanger and you like The Sopranos. Like when I don't really know the whole thing, Christopher killed Tony, whatever the hell happened. The screen just went to black. No one knows what actually happened. That's stupid. But like, there's going to be another season of Squid Games. You're going to find out. Like that's just part of TV.
I think it was very clear what is going to happen for season 2. So is it the protagonist? Am I saying that correctly? I think
the main character.
The main character, is that the protagonist? Correct. Yeah. I know.
Correct.
I know my director stuff. The protagonist is for season 2. He's going back. Like he's going back to the Squid Games, even though he won the Squid Games. Spoiler alert. Sorry about that. Oh yeah. He's going back, but again, I think LeBron. I mean, LeBron got what he deserved. Not saying we got what he deserved, but really, you can't really complain off of something that's multiple series. Like, it's like you at the end. Did you start watching that yet?
No, not yet. We have not.
Like at the end, I'll try to be like at the end of season 1, like, okay, wrapped it up pretty well. Season 2, okay, different setting. I'm going to save that because I don't want to spoil it for you. And I know a lot of other people.
That.
I found out that my whole entire office watches you. Like,
really?
Very invested in it. Like, my boss, my 2 work studies, my coworker. Like, my coworker's the only person who has yet to finish season 3. But everyone else has finished season 3.
Yeah, see, the problem is I have to start on season 1.
Yeah.
So I got 3 seasons to go. I'm also starting it with April. So now I'm in the same scenario as you, where I just can't watch it when I want to. Kind of have to wait. Right.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Who would have thought?
How does that
the turntables? Yeah.
Sucks, doesn't it?
No comment. Plead the 5th on that one.
Plead the 5th. I will, I think, personally watch Squid Game season 2. Because I watched it through the end and I feel like I should watch it again. But
there's only one show that I ever started like on Netflix and didn't finish because it got so bad, and that was Riverdale.
Okay.
Riverdale got so stupid and like so far away from the plot. It was ridiculous. I could not do it. Other than that, like, even if I don't love the show, which honestly I don't even think that's ever really happened, I still watch it because I want to know what happens because I put so much time invested into a season.
And meanwhile, we're continuously watching Too Hot to Handle season 1 and season 2.
Correct.
Little breaking news here, Matt.
Uh-oh.
Well, so first of all, I just saw breaking news from CNN that a digital currency based off the game Squid Games is trading at $0 after its creators cashed out, effectively stealing an estimated $2.1 million from investors.
It's cryptocurrency has just gone too far.
To the moon. But the second thing,
true,
we've been following day by day the updates on Emily and Cam for season 2 of Too Hot to Handle. I sent Matt a post that looked like they were getting married.
But I did not think they were getting married, on the record.
Right. The comments made it seem like it. I'm here to report they're not married yet.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
What a shame.
Costumes, they all of them for season 2 of Too Hot to Handle went completely crazy with their costumes.
Are you surprised? I mean, they were on Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah, Too Hot to Handle. Yeah, you're thinking a true definition of somebody who's wearing a nice costume. They even go further than that. So, yeah, Halloween costumes.
But they're not as good as this elf costume.
Maybe.
I made it real quick. I made a great joke this weekend regarding Halloween. Can I throw it in here?
I mean, I guess, because you're already...
Okay.
Wait, no, you can't, because you're already celebrating Christmas. You can't make a comment about Halloween.
That's bullshit. I'm going to make a comment anyway. No, we just talked about Halloween. No, this is funny. It's a great dad joke, actually. So, Sunday night, real quick, we were just dressed as Lola and Bugs, because we got dressed for nothing, so we just stayed dressed. We went to pick up pizza. I was like, whatever, we're keeping the costumes on.
Pizza.
So we walked in, and April knew the kid behind the counter was just like, so, like, how's it been? Busy tonight,
Small
basically,
talk.
like an Uber. Right.
Small talk.
And the guy was like, well, it's Halloween. Like, it's always busy. And as I'm dressed as Bugs Bunny, I was like, oh, I didn't even know it was Halloween. And the guy laughed. He's like, yeah, me neither.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, it was sick. There was like 5 people eating in the restaurant. They all laughed too. Oh, I was so proud. It was great.
Oh, man. That's hilarious. Yeah. Crack me up, Matt. Glad you had a good Halloween. Let's just put it that way. I'm glad you're wearing your third costume out of them all.
So this is only the second one I wore. I was not able to find yellow shorts for the Oddball.
Oh.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I thought, sorry, I know we're talking about, what do you call it? Halloween. There was some unique Halloween costumes so far on my Instagram feed. Like, there were more like movies, like There wasn't any like, oh, these are all the, like, yeah, you saw a lot of Squid Games.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the typical, you know, cowboys, cowgirls.
Yep. No, there were some very creative ones.
I thought
as it should be. That's what Halloween's all about.
I saw David S. Pumpkins. I could think that his own thing.
It's a classic.
So I had to watch. I had to watch it again on Halloween because I felt like it. And I think the top comment was, I gotta pull up what the top comment was.
I did at my work event. There was a kid dressed as an inflatable SpongeBob. It was awesome.
So the top comment, which was literally a month ago, so they posted it October 1st. It says, "I see people of culture have gathered here for the sacred time of the year."
Yep, absolutely.
So, Matt, we're going to wrap up with a question that came to me when I was, shall I say, crap.
Drunk.
No, I was driving.
Right,
no. I was listening to a podcast, and one of the questions that came up was, what was your, quote, first song you memorized or liked? And I'd like to put that out there for the funny people at home, the funny business people at home. Matt, what was the first song that you memorized or you just liked?
I think me and my family used to watch American Idol a lot.
Okay.
And I remember this specifically because there was a guy in one of the early seasons, his name was Constantine, that we all hated. And I think a lot of people hated just because he was not good. He did a rendition of "This Is How You Remind Me" by Nickelback.
Okay.
Not a huge Nickelback fan. Don't roast me in the comments or on social media for bringing up Nickelback. They're not that bad. But that was one of the first songs that I remember memorizing. It's a vibe.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. That's a unique one. I would have never thought that.
And I specifically remember it because for like a week straight, I was like, how do you kill this song? Like, he did it so bad. There was actually, I think this was Constantine. There was a woman in like California that refused to eat until Constantine was voted off American Idol. Yes, it was in the news and everything.
Breaking news.
At that point, you're maybe taking American Idol a little too seriously. Let's take a step back.
Did you ever call to vote ever?
I don't think so, because we didn't really have cell phones at the time, or like we didn't want to like pay to do it or whatever.
So I think that's what it came down to. We were just about to vote. It's like, oh, would you like to be charged $2 for, the credit line? We're like, no. Like,
yeah, no, that takes all the fun out of it.
No.
Absolutely not.
Now they just do it on social media for free. Like, well, that's cool. I never would have guessed that. Interesting.
Oh no, Brown. What about you?
The Human Torch offered a bank loan. Mambo number 5.
Oh, banger. Such a banger.
So my mom had a CD. I think it was Now That's What I Call Hits 5. I think it was. I gotta find Mambo number 5. Oh, well, okay.
Is that like a Kids Bop?
No,
CD?
No, that's what I call music.
Oh, yes, those. Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Forgot about those.
Yep.
It's like a memory unlocked from the past.
I think maybe it was 44. I think. No, that's what I call music, 44, because I'm trying to remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it was one of those, and I just remember we just kept logging in to because I gotta see here. Maybe not. It was one of the Now That's What I Call Musics, but Now 44 was released in the 22nd of November in 1999. Yeah.
I heard that this weekend. I do it every time I hear the song.
Matt is referring to when we danced at the talent show. We had a choreographed dance for Mambo number 5, but I can awfully say that well, I shouldn't say awfully, All-Star. And that was, I think that was, I can't remember if it was before or after I watched Shrek. I can't recall that.
Self-explanatory. I mean, it's
very
banger.
Self-explanatory.
Right. A lot of Shrek costumes this year too.
Yes, I thought that was. It's all ogre now. Like,
did you see that one of the guy was like, I can't believe my girlfriend made me dress up as this, and his girlfriend was Fiona, and she's in the center, and you think he's gonna walk in as Shrek, and he walks in, and he's shorter, and he's Lord Farquaad. Oh, It was great. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's gonna be dressed as Shrek, and he's like 5 inches shorter. It was perfect.
There was a bunch of memes too. I think Matt and I were trading Spider-Man memes of like the 3 Spider-Man pointing at each other.
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
those people win Halloween.
I have to say, if they don't do that in Spider-Man No Way Home, my money's not worth that movie. Not that then.
Yeah, then it goes from an A to a B automatically. Automatically.
Dude. Okay, I have to. Do you think they're gonna bring him in No Way Home?
I don't know. I
haven't.
I really need to power through all the Spider-Man movies before this new one comes out. I honestly don't know what they're gonna do. I have no idea.
It's so tough to tell, isn't it?
I can't wait. It's like anticipation.
We're going, right?
Yes, absolutely. When does that come out?
December 17th.
We got time. We got time.
We might have to double date that.
Oh.
I don't think Jenna would be interested in the movie.
April, check your calendar.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, maybe we can go out for New Year's.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Check your calendars, peoples. If you want to come join us for a New Year's Rockin' Eve,
text Mike at
send us a DM on Funny Business Entertainment on Instagram, Funny Business EN on Twitter, or just Funny Business Entertainment on Facebook. We'll mark you down. We'll may have call you a VIP if you maybe give a little money, a little donation, a little dono. But yeah, songs, people. Let us know what your favorite song was as a kid down below. When we return, it's Matt's turn. It's sports. Let's say you start a podcast or you're running your own side hustle and have a bunch of links that you want your audience to know about. As a podcast, Matt and I have all of our social media, all of our podcast links, and other important things. Make it easier for your followers to find your important links, social media, and latest content by having it all in one page with solo.to. I'll be honest, I have used similar websites like this, but nothing compares to solo.to. All of your links are clean and easy to navigate. Have an upcoming video? It's really easy to make those changes. Plus, solo.to has opportunities to upgrade to include more customization, advanced analytics, and so much more. Solo.to is giving us a special opportunity for you to get 10% off if you create an account and upgrade. Be sure to go to solo.to/funnybusiness to create your account today. Solo.to, it's the way to go. Do you think, Matt, people are tired of hearing our Anchor ad?
Yeah, probably. But let's be honest, if it wasn't for Anchor, we would not be doing a podcast.
You're right, Matt. Once again, we have to thank Anchor for helping us continue to make each episode. Y'all know how it works. Anchor is free. It's easy to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, and distributes your podcast to platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more.
And you all know that you can make money too, even with the first couple episodes that you start with.
So why haven't you started your own podcast yet? Anchor is everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's anchor.fm.
So, Mike, when do you think we'll stop talking about Anchor?
Oh, man, Matt. You know what? To be completely honest, I think we'll be talking about this for a long time.
Okay, let's slide into sports topics we have for you all today. Mike can't stop me again with... You're done. You know, you're done.
Why?
I don't know if you've heard that TikTok sound this past weekend, but you're done after what you just did. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep that between me and Mike. But just know, I was ready to start, and then Mike said a 5-letter word. Starts with P, ends with S.
Podcasts.
It's not 5 letters. Math is hard. Let's slide into the sports topics. Mike, we're just going to get right into it. I agree with something that Draymond Green said, which seems weird because we have a history of Draymond Green in this podcast. But he is correct in this sense. So I have not watched a whole lot of the NBA so far this year. But what people have been saying is what we've talked about on the podcast before with the rule changes to jump shot fouls and offensive fouls, or defensive fouls not being called as much. People have said it is a lot more enjoyable to watch the games because they're not getting stupid foul calls. And I've seen some clips of defenders jumping, not a normal jumping motion, jumping into the defender. They're not getting the fouls called. I saw a clip of, you know, the old trick that point guards used to do where they would run the ball up the floor, get in front of the defender, stop, the defender would run into them, they'd call it defensive foul.
Yes.
So a guy did that. So he purposely cut right in front of the defensive player, stopped on a dime. Defensive player ran into him. They called an offensive foul on the point guard ball.
Wow.
Yes. So people have been enjoying it. And the quote from Draymond says, quote, "Can I also say how satisfying it's been to watch the game of basketball without all those bullshit calls?" He said, "I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to curse in interviews, right? Can I say how satisfying it is to watch the game without all those terrible calls? Guys cheating the game and grabbing guys and getting the foul. I've been really enjoying watching basketball this year. I kind of had stopped watching the NBA a bit because it was just too flailing and flopping and guys cheating the game and getting free throws. So I think it's been great. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that because I think that's been fantastic." And I think he's right. I think people have been complaining about this for a long time. It has been tough to watch some games, and I think this was a long time coming that the league should have done years ago.
I think it's challenging because I can't say if I recall or not, but Draymond is certainly not the enchanted or holy one that has not tried to bend those types of rules. I haven't seen an NBA game yet. I did see a Barstool tweet that was like RIP James Harden because now he can't actually get fouls called anymore. Actually, the way that he used to do. But you know, the flow of the game, I think that is the purpose. The reason why the executive level decisions were made about some of the rule changes to the game. They want to keep the flow of the game. They want to keep the game going because it's stupid that games are longer because there is more time spent discussing, disagreeing, reviewing foul calls, rules, and all that versus actually playing the game of basketball.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't true basketball. It really was just guys trying to draw fouls, which is what Draymond said. He went on, someone asked him in the interview if you can feel it, like on the court. And he said, quote, "You can 100% feel it because you don't have guys doing the garbage to try and draw fouls anymore. I think this game was turning into who can draw the most fouls. Nobody wants to watch that. You definitely don't want to play in a game like that. So you can feel the difference out there for sure. It's just more pure basketball, and that's great for our game." So it also brings it to the point where if the players feel this way and have felt this way, then how did it take this long for it to happen? Like the league should have saw as soon as this trend started. Like I said, there's no reason to wait till after the season to make these changes. Make them in the middle of the season. Like if there's something in the middle of the season that's ruining the game, I don't understand why I would have to wait that long.
I agree with you.
I think I'm going to start trying to watch some more basketball because it seems like it's crazy. The Knicks, Bulls, and the Heat are like the top in the East, and like the Lakers kind of stink right now. And it's just kind of fun. Like the Jazz, I think, are still undefeated. It seems like it's been a fun start to the NBA season. So we'll see where it goes.
Did you see the City Edition jerseys?
Yeah, I like them. I didn't see any that really stood out to me. The Suns kept their same value ones. I think Utah kept their same. Other than that, everybody else got some.
A little different.
Did you see the Atlanta Hawks one? So it's like yellow with the red hawk on it.
Yeah, was it with the circular logo?
Yeah, kind of. It's sick.
They passed by it so quickly.
That I think was the best new one. But I didn't see any on there I hated, except I'm not just saying this because it's Philadelphia. I didn't understand the Sixers one. There's like too many colors and it's kind of bland. I don't know if you want to pull that one up quick.
I do like the Atlanta one.
Yeah, the Atlanta one is sick. I think that's the best new one. Yeah, look at the Sixers one. I don't understand it, and I didn't read up on it to see if there was like a special meaning, but it just doesn't really fit like the city. I don't think.
All right, I don't even think they even promote. I don't think they promote it. What? Oh, it's a blast from the past, apparently. Celebrating storied history and honoring a place where we proclaim destiny, the Spectrum.
Interesting. The other one I liked was the Brooklyn Nets. It's kind of like their old school logo with when they had the red and blue colors. That one looks sick.
So the Spectrum holds a very special place in our franchise lore, having served as the 76ers home arena for nearly 3 decades. Philadelphia 76ers president Chris Heck. The memories made at America's Showplace, including the historic 1982-83 championship season, are priceless and will be relived through the 2021-22 Nike NBA City Edition uniform, where we're also excited to display the colors of the Spectrum logo, which represent the teams that our fans love and support here in Philadelphia. So they have the colors for Eagles, Flyers, Sixers, and Phillies.
Okay. Makes more sense.
Too bad they can't have a season like they did when the Spectrum Arena was around.
That's true. Yeah. Yep. That's tough.
Burn!
We are going to move on. So, Mike, there was a trend on Twitter going around the past couple days, past week or so. I don't know if you saw like ESPN, things like that. People asking memories from your youth that haunt you. And specifically, ESPN was asking for some youth sports memories that still haunt us to this day. So I figured this would be kind of cool for us to talk about. We both played a lot of youth sports. I'll go. I have two. I'll say my first one if you don't mind.
Yeah, go.
I have one baseball one basketball one. I tweeted this first one out. So if you follow me on Twitter, you may have seen this tweet. So I was in Little League. I believe it was my first or second year of playing competitive like baseball where they actually keep score and like count games. Not to brag, first 3 years in competitive baseball, won the championship with my dad as the coach.
Nice.
No big deal. So my second year, they put me in the pitch for the first time. Let's just say it was the last time I ever pitched in a competitive game. Yeah. I went to, I think I walked the first two guys. I was like already in shambles. Like, this is not going well.
Did you get a mound visit?
No. After this next incident, yes. So I threw a pitch. It's midway in the air. I'm like, shit, that's kind of going for the kid's head. I hope he ducks. Mike, this kid does not move an inch. He just stands in the box, watches it hit him right in the head, and he just goes down. And I'm like,
helmet?
What, did I just murder this dude? What
helmet
was that?
No, like in the helmet or like in the face?
On the helmet.
Okay. Just
clunked him right in the helmet. But he had to see it coming because I knew halfway in the air it was coming. Mm-hmm. And he just does not move a muscle. All honestly, he probably should have got called a strike because he didn't try to move out of the way. Whatever. I'm not going to say that. But I am. Yeah, so it literally hits him right in the head, goes down. He got up, he was fine. And that was the last time I ever pitched in a competitive baseball game. And I think that's probably for the best.
Oh man. Well, I have actually I was just trying to write them down so I didn't forget. I think I have about 4.
Okay.
So I'll do soccer because that's a simple one. I
said sport memories.
Shut up.
Yeah. Uh-huh. There it is.
Yeah, well, hey, at least I actually had a pitching career. You didn't.
Never got thrown out stealing the base.
Whatever. I don't even know if I even did.
It's convenient.
Anyway, it's convenient, yeah. Anyway, soccer, I had a tendency for being the strongest kicker on the team. In youth. When I got older, it was very less, but I had a tendency of kicking pretty hard and pretty far. If you were standing in my way and you got a kick to the face, I think I've hit not 1, not 2, but 3 people in one game. In
the face?
In the face.
Oh, shit.
Totally by accident, was not on purpose. Like, you were in the way, kids. Like, get out of the way. Like, and like, you've seen replays. Like, it is a ricochet. Like, hits the face and the guy goes down, and it's just like
that should count for a hat trick.
Kids are crying, and I'm just standing there. I'm like, are you okay? So, yeah. But basketball. My very first basketball game. Now, I can say that I fared pretty well because somebody else's first time while I was having my first basketball game too actually scored in the wrong basket. I did not have that done by me. Ooh. I did, however, tried subbing into the game like it was a hockey game. My first basketball game.
That's awesome.
I tried getting in, and the coach was like, "No, what are you doing?" And then I learned that you had to get subbed in, and you had to sit at the center line and get subbed in. Uh, my
I
second.
can just imagine you just like running on the court, like mid pass, you just run off the bench, like intercept it, and just like take the three.
I remember who it was. It was Doug. I yelled Doug, and I had my hand down. My third one, it was more of a triumphant comeback with our team. A fan did not fare well. So back in my middle school, we had a very small gym. But then there was a corner in the gym that had an exit door that people tended to like to stand or sit. So there was a ball about to go out of bounds. I went for it, and this was 8th grade. No, 7th, 8th. This was 8th grade. 8th grade, I decided to dive for the ball. I caught the ball. I threw it. I passed it, and I landed on the girl who was sitting in the corner. I fractured her nose.
Oh shit!
I fractured her nose.
Oh.
And she's totally okay with it. I think her name was Mariah, and she's like, "I'm fine. I really am." She's like, "You just fractured my nose," and I'm like, "Please don't sit there the next time. Like, there's a reason why. Like, stand up the next time. That would have never happened to you because literally all my weight went. I think it was literally my bottom. Like, I literally went, and my weight just." Whack, like
yikes.
And I think I blacked out at that point. Like I just blanked out, and I turned around. I'm like, I touched, like I grabbed her arm, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And I sprinted down the court. We won that game because we were down by 20. But yeah, so I am saving my baseball one for last. But go ahead. What's your second one?
Okay, so I actually thought of another baseball one real quick. Did I ever tell you about the time I stood an umpire at the hospital?
No.
Yeah. So in about probably 6th, 7th grade, we had our umpire was very old, very bad. I mean, I remember a specific time. No, he was bad. It was a night game once. It was like a Tuesday night. We were crushing this team. The first pitch was above my head, called a strike. Second pitch bounced before the plate, was strike 2. Strike 3 was in the other batter's box. He just wanted to get out of there. He was very bad. This was unintentional. That has nothing to do with it. But I hit a foul tip once that hit him like right in the under the chest protector, and he went down, and he went to the hospital. Yes.
How did the game finish out?
We had a backup umpire, and then like 2 weeks later, the exact same thing almost happened. I hit a foul ball. He actually, I don't think he went to the hospital that time. I think he manned up and stayed in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just was addicted to hitting him with foul balls. My basketball story. So I wore rec specs for a long time. Yes. I do not recommend rec specs. I hated rec specs.
You wore them when we did pickup too. At times.
Nope.
What? You sure about that?
That's 100%. I never had them.
Was it Chris that wore them?
Somebody
did. Wore them during pickup.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Somebody was.
I didn't have them at college.
I mean,
right? Well, no, rec specs look cool now.
We had somebody who was wearing jeans while playing, and then we also had somebody. I think somebody else was wearing rec specs. So
probably.
Yeah.
So I was in the game, and I was playing pretty well. I was having a decent game. I was like, all right, I'm actually feeling pretty good. We turned the ball over, and it was a 3-on-1. I was the one. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I can stop this. So the kid with the ball just went straight up for a layup. So I go up to block it, both hands. His foot kind of like knocked my feet under. So I like then fall like this on my wrist. So I had a little bit, not like a sprained wrist for a few weeks. I then kind of landed on my face, and my rec specs like moved up so much that it cut my eye under here. And I actually couldn't finish the game because my eye was bleeding, and I couldn't wear my rec specs, so I couldn't see. So like we got the blood to stop, but I couldn't put my rec specs on because it would have opened it up again. And I was having a really good game, and it was against our rival, against kids that we went to high school with, because it was just like a rec league. And yeah, haunts me to this day.
So funny. I'm actually wearing my high school basketball long sleeve. I did have two. I did have another basketball one, which reminded me. But then my baseball one, which is absolutely just atrocious. So my basketball one, it was high school. It was senior year. I was full house. We had a really good season. I mean, we were district champs. That says on the back of my shirt too. And I got passed in the corner. I got to pass the ball in the corner. We were on offense, and I was just about to go up to the shot, and all of a sudden, this scream behind me, and it was the cheerleaders. Screams just went, and I airballed the shot, and like not like close to the net, like it basically was like whoop, like up down. It was because somebody who didn't get a lot of playing time was getting subbed into the game, and the girls were so excited that they screamed, and it was literally on my release. It was.
I thought you were going to say
release.
like someone fainted.
No, it was on my release. Like, yeah.
Oh man,
I will
that's
never
tough.
forget that. I will never forget that. I had a strongly worded conversation with my girlfriend at the time. I'm like, look, I get it. He doesn't get a lot of playing time, but that was just not right. I like, cause yeah, okay, I can deal with the loud crowd, but when it's just a random scream when we're literally winning by 30, that you have to put this kid in who didn't have enough time. So
Was
I know
your girlfriend the one that screamed?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then I'm not going to make a joke. I was going to say,
but she was captain. Like she's.
Oh, okay.
So, like to have that conversation, being like, look, like I get it. It was very embarrassing to me.
Yes,
but my baseball
that's when
one,
things went downhill.
Yeah, probably. That's okay. Better man now. But my baseball one, which almost killed me. Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I feel like I have. So we were playing a game. I was a couple minutes late. So I was getting there. I did not know how to navigate the way to get to the baseball field. So I actually was crossing a street. Like I was actually crossing a road. I was just about to cross it. There was a truck coming by, was not stopping. I was wearing cleats. I slipped. I kid you not, Matt. This truck in the frame of the Zoom call was probably right here. Like I was this close to dying. I was this close to either getting my legs run over or just dying. I almost got hit by a truck. Legitimately.
What the hell?
However, bottom of the first inning of the game, playing first base. Big guy. I think he was the number 4 hitter at the time. Had a short hit towards the pitcher. Pitcher gets it, gathers it, throws it above my head. So, of course, I'm leaning back, and a literal truck hit me. The guy literally collided with me at first base as I was going down, and I got sent flying back there. So after
Jesus. Almost
getting hit by an actual truck, I got hit by a truck during the game, bottom of the first inning. So I just...
Is that they say things come in threes? Nothing else hit you that day?
No. Unless I don't remember it, but no, I don't think I had the best of games at the time. We lost horribly, but
okay.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So I almost died.
That's insane. I'm glad you didn't.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I also, my first year of competitive baseball, I got hit by a pitch every single game. Every single game. That's probably why we won the championship. Good luck.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Man, we could go on for hours about these stories.
Probably could. Yes, but the show must go on, and that will conclude the sports topics that we have for you all today. And it is time for Say What. Say What is back. I love this segment. I think it's pretty good. I have 2 great ones today. I'm very excited. But Mike, I will allow you to. Oh God, what the frick?
I poked myself in the eye. I was going like that.
Oh man, that's incredible. Oh man, hey folks, no one said podcasting was safe. It's a very dangerous sport.
Do it
Please
live.
do not try this at home. Yeah, make sure you have parental supervision.
Oh my God.
Here, use the microfiber cloth. I hate you. You're done. Yeah, just go for it. Say your first one.
Well, okay. This is very political.
Oh shit.
So
It is election day this week, people.
Flying. Yeah. Hopefully you're person 1. But so we're at a point with COVID now where some places aren't requiring masks. Some people are wearing masks for their own safety.
Right.
My first say what is if you're gonna wear a mask, wear the frickin' mask. If you don't. There are people that still wear a mask not properly, and you're looking like a total dipshit, because now that it's been lifted that you're not required to wear masks, you're wearing a mask and you still have it below the nose. Like, come on. I see it at grocery stores. I see it everywhere else. It's like, I could understand if masks were required, that you're being the total loser, that you're not wearing a mask properly. But now that it's been lifted that, like, okay, it's recommended to wear masks, you don't have to wear masks, and yet people who are wearing masks have it below their nose. Stupid.
It's like, hey, bud, you just blown from stupid down?
You stupid. No, I'm not. Yes, you are.
Yeah, you're a moron, really, at this point.
Complete moron.
This pandemic has been going on for a year and a half. We all know how to wear a mask. So if you wear a mask, wear it correctly. It's really not difficult.
And it's not the fact that it's wearing a mask. It's the fact that some businesses are just, okay, it's recommended, but like if you're vaccinated, like you don't have to wear a mask. But like if you're not, we ask you to wear a mask. Like it's kind of on your own, pal. Like you do you, boo-boo. But you look absolutely stupid if you have your mask below your nose or in some weird way.
Correct. Correct. I could not agree more.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. You know what else is just completely stupid? Completely stupid. So this inspiration came to me literally 2.5 hours ago before recording this podcast. April sent me a TikTok of people changing their couch cushions to Christmas couch cushions. I fucking hate couch cushions. Couch pillows. Couch pillows. I hate couch pillows. Couch pillows are the stupidest thing on the planet. I understand. Listen, I understand pillows are needed to sleep because you have to put your head on something. A couch pillow just takes up room on the couch, and then you can't fit more people on the couch. What is the point of it? I don't. Couches do not have to be decorative. Couches are meant to sit on and be comfortable. And guess what? If there's too many couches, if there's too many pillows on the damn couch, it's not comfortable and I don't want to sit on it. So what's the point of having a couch?
That's the same. I've told Jenna this before, but throw pillows on beds.
Ridiculous.
No sense.
Ridiculous. I hate beds that have more than like 2 pillows for each person.
Yeah, the pillows that you need.
If half of your bed is taken up by pillows, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't do it. I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah. I get it. It's decorative, but still, it's not useful.
Right. I can, you know what? I'm going to take that back. I understand maybe you want a lot of pillows for your bed. That's fine. But couches, really? Really? Why do we need pillows on the couch? If you take a nap on the couch, you don't want to use a couch pillow anyway. Those things aren't comfortable. They're not big enough. Like, if I take a nap on my couch, I'm going to grab the pillow from my bed. Couch pillows are just stupid.
Yeah, they are.
And especially if you don't move them out of the way and then you rest on them, then they get deflated. And it's a whole stupid thing. I hate them.
Do you have couch pillows at your house?
Yes. I'm not happy about it.
Ma, the couch pillows.
That's accurate. That's me.
Yeah. That is you. You are Will Ferrell today. So
here we are.
My second one, which has been like just absolutely just bubbling, sizzling, and boiling,
and fermenting.
It's almost turning into an IPA.
Okay.
Facebook portrait mode.
You're going to have to explain.
Yep, low context. So, portrait mode. You know how you take phones with your, you know how you take phones. You know how you take photos with your phone for portrait mode, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So, Facebook has this feature where it separates the background separates the foreground with the background. And like you can take your phone and like you can like move it around and like it looks like an immersive.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. People literally do that for their food. And I'm like, why are you doing that? That is not meant for the purpose. Like, yeah, okay, it's giving you the option to do that, but you don't have to do the portrait mode thing on Facebook. You could just have like, I'm totally okay with the food, but like if I literally see scrolling and it's like if the food is literally zooming in on me, I'm like, No.
It's like, I'm not going to eat this through the phone.
No. Sure, kiss me through the phone, but I'm not eating through the phone. Like, that was a very throwback song, by the way. Kiss me through the phone. Kiss me through the phone. Mine. That you will see it the next time and be like, okay, that is stupid. I'm gonna see if I can find one, but I don't know if you have any comments with that.
I have not encountered this, so I don't have a strong opinion. Yeah.
You clearly don't have moms on Facebook then.
No, I don't. Well, I have some moms. But yeah, I don't have a strong opinion. I do like portrait mode. I think it's kind of cool. I never know Facebook had its own. I thought it was just an iPhone thing.
Yeah, it's an immersive, like some weird. Yeah, it's just it's weird. Let me see if I can find one really quick. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple other Facebook things that I'm like, not a huge fan of, but whatever. Fine.
That's Facebook for you.
Oh, it is the book face. Let me tell you,
It's the best.
It's the book face. So, But yeah, Facebook. Yeah, I see that all the time, and I'm like, really? I said you have to do this. I tried pulling up somebody, but couldn't find it.
No,
so I will.
No, not a great success.
No, not a great success. But like every so often, I'll see it show up, and I'm like, you don't need to do that. Like, it's not making it look better. It really isn't.
It's true.
Really isn't.
That's a fair point.
So, yeah. That's mine. Do you have one more? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. Yep. So I'm just as Buddy the Elf today. It is November 1st. I am sick and tired of being mocked for loving Christmas. I'm tired of
really,
it.
Matt? Tell me more.
I'm tired. You know what? If celebrating Christmas on November 1st makes me happy, just let me be.
You do you, boo.
Let me be. Yeah. Listen, it is 2021. People should be able to do what makes them happy. If dressing up as Buddy the Elf to do a podcast makes me happy, I'm going to do it. Listen, I'm not going to apologize for loving Christmas. I'm not going to do it. I will not apologize for loving Christmas. I love Christmas. Like I said, I'm not going to start like watching Christmas movies. I'm probably not even going to start listening to Christmas music until Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving. But I can, you know what I can do to start celebrating Christmas, Mike?
What can you do, Matt?
I'm going to be nice to people. I'm going to start being more nice to people. I'm going to start helping people. And I'm going to start getting in the Christmas spirit, because that is what Christmas is all about. I'm not going to go out and buy all my Christmas presents before Thanksgiving. I might come up with some ideas because, like I said, if I have to order something online, it might take a long time or more than usual. But Christmas is about getting in the mood, and it's about getting a good feeling, and it's about giving the Christmas spirit to others. And you know what?
I'm sorry. It takes you a holiday to be good?
Yes, maybe it does. You know what? It's a good reminder. It's a good reminder.
Okay.
It's a good way to end the year. And I will not take this Christmas slander. You know what? I might not take this elf costume off the rest. I might do every other episode this year in the elf costume.
I wonder what the people will say.
It's probably not going to happen.
Wonder what the critics will say.
But I will consider it. You know what? The haters can hate. I don't have sunglasses on. I can't block out the haters right now.
Blocking out the haters.
Hold on.
I'm still trying to find this portrait mode, and of course, when I try to find it, I can't find it.
To everyone who won't let me celebrate Christmas, I can't see you.
Okay,
can't see you. Nope.
The Nina, the Santa Maria.
We really have to do that for Halloween next year. We have to. We have to.
You're gonna be
I'm
like
leaving these on the rest of the episode.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. It's happening. I don't even care.
Well, hopefully everybody's enjoyed today's episode of the Funny Business Podcast. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are on Apple Podcasts, or that follow button if you're on Spotify. And then all the other follow or likes or subscribe or anything like that to help us, because we help you in delivering good content every week.
That's what we do.
And sharing the good word of funny business entertainment. If you haven't already, you can also follow us on our social media. You can find all of our social media at solo.to/funnybusiness. Mr. Matt.
Yep.
What is your advice for this week?
First off, psych. Daylight savings time was not last weekend. It's this weekend. So this weekend, you're going to set your clock back an hour. You're going to get an extra hour of sleep. For all those who can't remember, it's fall back, spring forward. It's pretty simple. My advice for this weekend, I think I've said this one before. Again, whatever. I'm just going to start repeating them. Tell someone you love them. You know, it's Christmas. Just tell someone you love them. It's always a good thing to do.
Very nice, Matt.
You're welcome. Thank you. Mike, you know what, Mike?
Am I the only one who's not drinking, Matt?
No, you know what, Mike? I don't have a hot chocolate with me. But I love you, Mike.
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Mm-hmm. I painted a picture of a butterfly for you.
I cannot wait to watch Elf for the first time after Thanksgiving.
Okay, I'll live with that.
Mm-hmm.
I can live with that. Because, you know, like the rest of the world, like they don't release the Christmas stuff until after Thanksgiving, so.
I mean, that's not true. You can walk into Walmart right now and buy a Christmas tree.
But that's Walmart.
You know what? I take my I love you back.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to pretend I didn't see that so that when I edit it, I don't have to blur it out.
Right. Well, I didn't really show the full thing.
Yeah, I saw it.
Right.
The full thing.
Hey now.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on, go play.
All right, you're done.
Yes, I am. And until the next time, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.